For updates on sports stories across the globe, Aaron Akarijola joins us. Hello, Aaron. Good morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Aya. Good morning to you, Rufai.
Morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Rufai.
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. Losing. Yes.
Okay, let's. Okay.
I've accepted my fate. You know.
Yes. Of course. Okay, now, Joao Felix had his what they call it, his debut to forget. He had a debut to forget, but that's not even the big talking point. The big talking point is the fact that they are claiming that right now that particular move, him getting a red card on the day against Fulham, will cost Chelsea £2.1 million. Because, first of all, of course, his loan move cost Chelsea £9 million and another £6 million on his wages. That totals about £15 million. And if you break it down, that's about £714,000 per week. And he's going to be out for 3 games. That's technically 3 weeks. And that's going to cost them a lot. But this man is asking for time, that change will happen. And when change happens, it takes time for things to evolve.
No.
But Prophet Ayodele, you know him very well, has been speaking and saying that Chelsea will need to wrong the rights by going to beg Abramovich, so that Abramovich will help them lift the curse.
That's not possible. That's not possible. That's not possible.
Okay.
They've sold the club.
No, but the point is, they said that they've wronged Chelsea, and bad karma is following Chelsea at the moment. Remember the Benfica curse?
Yeah.
So this is not the first time people have alluded to such.
There's nothing called bad karma. When they started at the start of the season, they were doing well. Tuchel was competing.
That's what I'm saying.
We're first
but
four,
something happened.
But guess what happened?
What?
I don't know what happened to Todd Boehly, and Todd Boehly went to bring a Graham Potter that was a flash in the pan success in Brighton that was not tested, and he ruined everything. If Tuchel was still in that team, no, it can't be this bad. Let's not deceive ourselves, Aaron.
Okay, now let's look at of course, that particular win at the Craven Cottage was the first time Chelsea were losing to Fulham since 2006.
Yeah, that's quite painful.
Because
they
are very painful.
They are noisy neighbors.
Yes, and you look at the table right now, Fulham are actually up to 6th. And this is very, very instructive, understanding that we're going into a very crucial weekend that will see Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, Spurs. So 1 to 5 will jostle for how the table will be rearranged, or probably how the gaps will be closer to each other. Now, speaking about the Manchester Derby, that will be happening tomorrow. A lot is expected between Manchester United and Manchester City. Manchester City are now the predominant team in the city of Manchester, though Manchester United have all the pedigree and have all the history. But this particular fixture, earlier in the season, it was a complete blowout as Manchester City ran Manchester United to the ground in that particular fixture. Manchester United have been in a rich vein of form after the World Cup. They've been winning games back to back, and they'll be hoping that this time around they can actually put a foot in the neck of Manchester City. Because if they do that, they will be doing Arsenal a huge favor. Now, speaking about Arsenal, the North London Derby also will be happening on Sunday. A lot is expected from that particular team, understanding that Tottenham will be taking and hosting that particular fixture at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Arsenal. Arsenal will be hoping that they can show tighter credentials by beating Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur have been hit and miss this season, and they will be hoping to have a game of games against an informed Arsenal team, and let's see how that one plays out. That would actually go on to show if Tottenham Hotspur and even Arsenal, if they do have it in them, they have that stillness in them to be able to go that far. Before I open it up to you guys, just a few days ago, Bendel Insurance decided to do something quite remarkable and magnificent by unveiling a jersey for both Bendel Insurance and Edo Queens. Of course, the Edo Queens jersey was well designed, and they also unveiled sponsors. And this is quite instructive, understanding that Bendel Insurance dates back in time. These are one of the extreme traditional clubs over the years, and kudos must go to the Edo State government and the deputy governor who has been driving this effort to ensure that Bendel Insurance rises again. And I was speaking to him and said that this is not the first time a government has actually visited into a club. We saw that with Eyimba in 2003 and 2004, and they went on to win the CAF Champions League. And after Senator Oju Zokalu left, things just kind of teetered off. And he says no, that they're trying to bring a lot of sustainability and trying to ensure that they hand this club to the private sector so that when they leave and when their time is done, Bender Insurance doesn't suffer the same fate it had suffered, because it had produced quite a lot of stars. Cerezo Iguavon, Austin Cerezo Iguavon, the former coach of the Super Eagles, and quite a lot of people. But I must say kudos to them for putting up a very colorful event and ensuring that Bender Insurance keep pushing the boundaries, because what the Edo State government have done and has gotten them quite a lot of recognition has been the fact that there's been a lot of pay parity between the men and the women. So the women are paid the same thing that the men are paid. And that is why they even decided to do the same unveiling for both the men and the women, which is quite remarkable.
I mean, Aaron, please, this tokenism by state governors in the name of sport and their deputies doesn't cut it for me. We've all seen this script play out very well. It's not today it's been playing out, this script. You talked about Eyimba and Oju Zokalu. I could even take you further with Kwankwaso and Kano Pillars. They use it for I could even take you further with Kwara United. All right. Kwara United even went all the way to get Wester off at some point.
At some point, yeah.
I could even take you further with Crown. All right? But the truth is, it is part of that adulation where they are there and there's no sustainable plan. And that's why you see the fabric of football has always crumbled. I could take you even way back further with teams like Jasper United that was even owned by a single person. Because I remember seeing some Jasper United games with shooting stars then in Ibadan. Truth has to be told. This is not the better model to run football. This is just tokenism.
No, but Rufai, these grievances are actually, personally, I actually asked the deputy governor.
Aaron, is sweet while it lasts. I bet you. Yeah. Once the deputy governor and the governor leaves administration, it is back to square zero. It is not today, all right, that this tokenism started. Just like how companies had tokenism then for football clubs. You remember NEPA back in the days? Yeah. You remember United Football Club?
But they are saying
Bendel Insurance? Because Bendel Insurance was an insurance company by the Bendel State government.
No, they are saying that. They have decided to, they've seen all this play out over the years, and they have decided to take a different route, because not only did they do an unveiling of a jersey, but they decided to actually bring together sponsors to ensure that they can actually bankroll this thing way beyond the Edo State government's tenure, which elapses next year.
Show me a 20-year sustainability plan and I'll tell you that you're ready. We've seen all of this before. How many years are the tenure going to be? Over 4 or 5 years. We'll come back, by God willing, we'll have this conversation. Show me a 10, 20-year sustainability plan.
Next year.
Next year?
Next year.
Okay. After next year, we'll come back and talk. Show me a 10, 20-year sustainability plan. I'll tell you are ready.
All right, but they actually argue otherwise.
At the rate of paying 350,000 naira per footballer, they will sustain this. We have seen this script being played, Aaron. Please don't fall for it. Let's talk about Bonanza weekend.
No, before we talk about Bonanza, Rufai, I hear you in terms of it being tokenistic, but also we've advocated for an improvement in the local league. So you talk about a sustainability plan for these players. What is your recommendation? So
this is my recommendation as a sustainability plan.
Yeah.
We need to start having programs in place where 2-3 companies co-own teams and they have a proper structure to be able to run it. And they have access to their television rights for marketing. Mm-hmm. I have always looked forward to what I call a Super 6 format. You can take 6 traditional teams. It's a management company that owns it, away from the LMC. They can bid their television rights and have a sustainability plan.
But television rights in Nigeria is literally nickels over dime.
Aaron.
When you know that. It's not worth so much.
Aaron, it is nickels over dime because you've not put good products on TV. Aaron, if you have a very good plan, we'll make football as exciting as Big Brother on television. And it is possible.
No, it is possible.
It's been done over the years. We have seen it. Aaron, I'm an out-and-out Shooting Stars fan. I saw most games in Adamo Sigba Stadium in Ibadan. It is possible. But But we have not just gotten to that point yet of doing it.
But they are saying that they want to, that they've seen this play out and they want to
Show
crack that
me a
particular
10-year plan, Aaron.
But they are saying, and they are also hinging on the fact that the minister's 10-year program for sports and how he wants to privatize sports, so to speak, and actually shift the direction and the focus.
Ayo, please talk about Bonanza weekends. Two debuts. You're an Arsenal fan, please.
All right, okay, so Arsenal faces Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, London is going to be red on this weekend.
I'm not sure about that, but let's see how it goes.
Thank you so much. Let me just go back to Rufai saying that Graham Potter's run with Brighton was a flash in the pan. Brighton supporters beg to differ. They say he actually put in the work.
Yes, he did.
And that we could see the benefits of that work. What he said is that the leaders, just like you mentioned, Aaron, that he's having challenges with the leaders of Chelsea.
10 players are out injured as we speak.
So that is then he's also asking for a bit more time, that the fans are also quite impatient.
Yeah.
Just in the same way as Mikel Arteta came on and we're like, oh, fire him, he's not doing enough work. They're asking that, can you be a bit more patient and give him some time? Although Chelsea fans like Rufai are not quite.
No, the point was Chelsea literally won the lottery when Abramovich came in 2004.
Ayo, please tell those Brighton fans that Chelsea is not Brighton.
No, but the point is Chelsea won the lottery literally when they actually won, when Abramovich came in 2004. And they've been spoiled silly. Yeah. Chelsea now need to come to reality that this is how football clubs are run. That sometimes they can oscillate, sometimes they can vacillate.
Time will tell. Will we keep Graham Potter or will they listen to the fans and boot him out? Thank you, Aaron Akejola, for your time.